brothers and sisters, aunties, uncles, and play cousins. What's good, family? Hey y'all, so I'm told y'all I'm digging into these rabbit holes. I'm doing them one step at a time. I already did, one of Ren's, jumping over here to do one of Webby's. I realized, first of all, let me say thank you to all the commenters and all the subscribers in the chat. I appreciate y'all. To the ones that showing me love for what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I got some in there that's on my head a little bit, but it's cool. I started out with the last video I did, the Starry Night, reaction. When I did that reaction, I did it because one of the people in the comments of the Instigators video requested that I do that song. You know what I'm saying? This was before I decided to dig down the rabbit hole. So when I went to go ahead and check out Ren, ironically, the first video that popped up to me was the one that was suggested to me. So I jumped on it. This was before me knowing that this was a series. Like I explained, I had never been into the archive before, so I didn't know how the story went. But thanks to y'all, thanks to the ones that's been in the comments, been helping me out, been letting me know that this is a series. So now I know I got to go backwards before I go forward. So we're going to get that on track going forward. I hope I'm not doing the same thing with this Webby one. I'm sure y'all going to let me know about this one too. Have some grace, guide me through it. You know what I'm saying? This is a journey. This is my first journey. So, have some grace. But this one, when I locked on the Webby, the first video, the same way I just did that last one, the first video that popped up to me was a track called Perfect Storm, produced by Scott Storch. So that's the one I'm getting into today. And then I'll wait for y'all to get in my comments, and let me know, kind of direct me where you want me to go next. But I'm looking forward to this. Like I said, I done fell in love with both of them. Also, just so y'all know, one of the subscribers suggested to me, well, it's been more than one, it's been a couple, suggested to me that because I had created a playlist at first with Ren and Chris Webby reactions in it. Well, the subscribers have let me know that because they both have such extensive archives, it might be a cool idea to create one playlist for the stuff they do together and then create separate playlists for Ren and for Webby. So now you will see on the channel that I have done that. You know what I mean? So it'll be easier to keep track of the stuff that I do with just Ren, the stuff that I do with just Webby, and the stuff that I do with them together. So hopefully that'll help simplify the process. But let me please encourage y'all, don't let that stop you from coming in here and checking out some of the other videos. Like I said, one of the things that I love most is I get a chance on this platform to discover new music because of y'all. Thanks to y'all, I get a chance to learn about music that, my musical, ears would not have led me to without y'all. So I'm thankful, for that. But also, this is an opportunity for me to introduce y'all to stuff that you wouldn't normally listen to. So I'm hoping that through digging through some of the archive, there's a whole bunch of shit you might not like, but you may find one that you do. And if I can be, a lot of times I do have a series on here where I'm just getting started doing, where I'm trying to introduce, independent, like, lesser named artists as opposed to mainstream artists. And I'm trying to help give them a platform where they can get, people who have not heard of them, to actually lay an ear on them. So we have a little thing that we do called Fresh Face Friday, so there's a new, something new, something independent, some relatively not moving mainstream that I do every Friday. So hopefully, y'all are dig into the channel and really kind of see if you can discover something that you may not have already known. As I always say, before we get into the video, please, if you like, make sure that you hit that like button before you leave. Don't watch it and then walk out the door without hitting the like button. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, welcome to all the people who have decided to go on the journey with me. I really appreciate y'all being in the house. Hope you stay in the house. But if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can stay up on everything that I do over here, so that way, you can join the family reunion, as I like to call it, every time we turn this thing on. All right. With that being said, today, we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. We got Chris Webby. We got Perfect Storm. Again, y'all, my first time. So I'm going to see if I can catch him. Here we go.
see Webb and Storch combine a perfect storm that's forming over your porch with the Adderall in a pouch pulling up in the Porsche, and I'm going sick from the moment he hit.
I gotta start over, y'all. That threw me off already. Is this you don't wanna fuck with Shady? Is this Kill You? Is this like an adaptation of the Kill You track? Bruh, hold on. Damn. The van clapped his ass. Hold on. My bad.
See Webb and Storch combine a perfect storm that's forming over your porch with the Adderall in the pouch pulling up in the Porsche, and I'm going sick from the moment he hit record. I have proven year after year they cannot ignore me. At his honky-sunky dory, I'm back as derogatory as ever with middle fingers. I'm flipping at top 40. Sorry, mama, I'ma need you to clean out the closet for me. I am the early 2000s trapped in a guide, personified and perfected all without having to try. And the few that have lived are savage as I. Just snorted a pill, but can't tell if I'm actually high. Got a tolerance for drugs, but no tolerance for the game. Full of whack-ass rappers all sounding the fucking same. And whenever I get mentioned, they pretend that they don't know me, but that's only cause these faggots are scared to utter my name. I'ma shoot my shot. You ain't stepping into the shoes I got. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push your hand up on the doomsday clock. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Whoa, now.
All right. I gotta go back because I heard bars. Tried to let it play through, y'all. So now I gotta go back and catch these bars. Yo, first of all, I knew that I caught that beat. I knew that's what that was. You don't wanna fuck with Shady. Cause Shady will fucking kill you. I knew I recognized that. All right. So first of all, let me cover that. I did not know. I guess I'm gonna learn as I go. But this doesn't sound like a hate sort of thing against M. This sounds like Webby has admiration for M. This kind of sounds like homage to M, because that was a dope ass fucking song. But the intent behind that song too kind of fits into what Webby's talking about on this. I just didn't expect that it would be that because it's produced by Scott Storch, and Scott Storch is I'm sure y'all Webby fans, y'all know. But for those that aren't naturally Webby fans, Scott Storch is that guy. He that guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope that he produced it. And as I'm listening to it too, I'm hearing that while it does resemble the Kill You track, it actually, it mimicked it, but didn't duplicate it, if that makes any sense. Because there's little tweaks and stuff in there so that it doesn't sound exactly like M's track, but it resembles M's track. So that's dope as hell. The drum pattern and the flow of it resembles M's track, but the chords and the keys and some of the stuff that they've done in there, they've altered it a little bit so that it's not an exact replica. That's dope. Second of all, this man spit bars on this song. Just that first verse, he spit bars. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna run through them because I caught some stuff that got my attention. All right, let's run back through that verse.
See Webb and Storch combine a perfect storm that's forming over your porch with the Adderall in a pouch pulling up in the Porsche, and I'm going sick right from the moment he hit record.
Hey, he said, I like the perfect storm forming over your porch. I like that. That was clever. But he said the Adderall in the pouch pulling up in the Porsche, about to go sick from the moment he hit record. So he basically saying, I came in here on that shit. I came in here high. But even though I'm high, I'm about to vomit on this microphone. He said, I'm going sick as soon as he hit record. I'm about to vomit on this mic. I'm about to kill this mic. Yo, that was dope.
shit. See Webb and Storch combine a perfect storm that's forming over your porch. With the Adderall in a pouch, pulling up in the Porsche. And I'm going sick right from the moment he hit record. I have proven year after year they cannot ignore me. At this honky-sunky dory, I'm back as derogatory as ever. With middle fingers, I'm flipping the top 40. Sorry, mama, I'ma need you to clean out the closet for me. I am...
Yo. Hey, he said, I'm flipping my middle finger at the top 40. Fuck what y'all call the top 40. To me, that was a shot at the charts. That was a shot at the billboards and all that, all these little mainstream artists y'all up here, you know what I'm saying, shining light on. I'm flipping y'all. Fuck all y'all. But then he said, sorry, mama, I'm going to need you to clean out the closet for me, which actually confirmed what I was saying about the M track and maybe the admiration or the homage to M, because he got sorry, mama, never meant to hurt you. Tonight, I'm cleaning out my closet. You know what I mean? But he said, sorry, mama, I'm gonna need you to clean out my closet for me. I ain't fucking with that closet. That's dope. That's dope. I don't know why little stuff like that tickles me. I like the creativeness. It's almost like he's coming into this track with a seriousness. He's coming into this track spitting it, and he has a purpose for the track. But at the same time, he's doing kind of what M does and making light of the situation. So he's comically assassinating y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's comically assassinating y'all. And the video don't do nothing but add comedy to it.
As ever with middle fingers, I'm flipping the top 40. Sorry, mama, I'ma need you to clean out the closet for me. I am the early 2000s trapped in a guy, personified and perfected all without having to try. And
yeah. He said, hold on, I got a couple things I want to address. He said, I'm the 2000s trapped in a guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and that makes sense. That makes sense with what he's doing and the type of rapper that he is and the cadences that he uses and stuff like that. He says, I'm not none of this new shit. I'm the early 2000s trapped in a guy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm watching the video and it's still just helping me out. I think this is dope as hell. I give, like, honestly, it's the subtle shit that makes me give a person credit. That makes me respect the person. So I'm listening to him with the M type track. You know what I'm saying? Pay homage to M. But at the same time, when he says I'm early 2000s trapped in a guy. And then I'm watching the video and I'm seeing the posters he's got in the room. He's got Wu-Tang on the wall. You know what I'm saying? He's got Bob Marley on the wall. He showed a poster of Eminem. He showed magazines with G-Unit on it. You know what I'm saying? So what that tells me is that he grew up embracing the culture. You know what I'm saying? He grew up embracing the culture and that he studied it. He studied the culture and that he's actually paying homage, even with the old TV and the video game with now, you know, that shit is old as hell. When he's got the little RCA cables plugged into the front of the TV instead of the USB jacks or the HDMI cords, he got that old TV where you had to have the speaker cables plugged into the front of the TV. But now I'm looking at all this and it's the little shit that, you know what I'm saying? Is that Hustle and Flow? He got Hustle and Flow poster on the wall. That's the little shit right there that makes me respect. I'm like, for real, it's the little shit that makes me say this ain't just a dude trying to eat off the culture. This is a dude that respects the culture and wants to give back to it instead of draining it like some of this shit that's coming out nowadays. Anyway, I can go on a long diatribe about that too, but let's go back here because them bars is catching me.
For me, I am the early 2000s trapped in a guy, personified and perfected all without having to try. And few that have lived are savage as I. Just snorted a pill, but can't tell if I'm actually high. Got a tolerance for drugs, but no tolerance for the game. Full of whack-ass rappers all sounding the fucking same.
Yeah, that goes right back to the 2000s trapped in a guy. That goes back to the flipping the middle finger at the 40. You know what I'm saying? At the top 40. You know what I'm saying? He says few people that have, and that's facts. That's facts. There are few people as savage as him. There are few people, and I don't know if he's relating that to other artists. I don't know if he's relating that to, because how I could take this, honestly, is without hate or without any of that kind of stuff. I could say there are very few, white rappers that have come in the game and actually respected and embraced it enough to study it, get good at it, and survive it. Most of them are like one-hit wonders, or they never even get heard of at all. You know what I'm saying? M is one of those few. You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering if in that bar, that's kind of like his subliminal way of saying that when he says there are a few that are as savage as I that have survived, that have actually survived. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering. I could be reaching that area. But he said I snorted a pill, but I'm so hype all the time anyway, I can't even tell if I'm actually high. This might just be me. but he also said my tolerance, you know what I'm saying? Like I can take, you know what I'm saying? I've done drugs so much that it don't even faze me no more. So I don't know if it's working or not. He could be saying a lot in there, but the fact is, from what I've seen from Webby so far, is all of his bars have purpose. So he's not just randomly writing words. Sometimes it's difficult to decipher what the words mean unless you're in his head or unless he's done some sort of interview telling you what they mean. But I know they meant something.
Got a tolerance for drugs, but no tolerance for the game. Full of whack-ass rappers all sounding the fucking same.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Whenever I get mentioned, they pretend that they don't know me, but that's only because these faggots are scared to utter my name. I'ma shoot my shot. You ain't stepping into the shoes I got.
Stepping, shoes. I'ma shoot my shot. You ain't stepping into the shoes I got. Hard.
That dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push a hand up on the doomsday clock. Yeah, that dude y'all.
Even that hook resembles, you know, an M type, you know what I'm saying, cadence in the hook. I'm gonna quit mentioning the M thing because it's pretty obvious now that I've observed that he's paying homage through this track. So I'm not gonna mention the M thing anymore. It's just I never knew that you know he admired M. So this is something that I'm gonna learn as I go.
Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Whoa now, came from the underground like Night of the Living Dead when I'm creeping without a sound. Set the fucking snap, they tell me I'm tightly wound. Therapist won't say I'm crazy, but I know she wrote it down. Every time I tell her shit, she just puts her head in her hands. Like how my drug budget is over 70 grand and how my way of meeting women is yelling, getting a fancy. Shady really should have written that letter to Stan, cause that pregnant chick in the trunk lived and gave birth. Put the kid up for adoption, I know what he was worth. So we grew up in Connecticut, nice, going to church and showered in love, needed for nothing but feeling cursed. There was trauma that he couldn't describe, he would observe. And as he got older, those demons were getting worse. But the time that he learned the truth, he ain't even cared that it hurt. And now he has returned and I'm taking over the earth. I'ma shoot my shot.
That was clever as fuck. And now everything about it makes sense. The beat, the cadence, all of it makes sense with that, right? Bruh. All right.
Up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push a hand up on a doomsday.
Hey, I just caught that too. He said, let me boost my stock. Let me boost my stock. And he said, what did he say? Push the time up on the doomsday clock. That's a bar. That's a bar.
Clock. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Whoa now, came from the underground like Night of the Living Dead when I'm creeping without a sound.
Came from the underground. I'm an underground artist. One meaning. Came from the underground. I come from the days of people like Digital Underground. Meaning number two. But then he flips that into Night of the Living Dead because the dead come from underground. You know, they rose up out the ground and walk around like zombie. Bruh. Creative.
Upside down. Whoa now, came from the underground like Night of the Living Dead when I'm creeping without a sound. Set the fucking snap, they tell me I'm
creeping without a sound like a zombie does. They would walk around like this. They don't say nothing.
That dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Whoa now, came from the underground like Night of the Living Dead when I'm creeping without a sound. Set the fucking snap, they tell me I'm tightly wound. Therapist won't say I'm crazy, but I know she wrote it down.
Set to snap, they say I'm tightly wound. Bruh, that's a bar. He said the therapist won't say I'm crazy, but I know she wrote that shit down. I know she, I can see it in her eyes. I see it in her eyes. She know I'm fucked up.
Turn the world upside down. Whoa now, came from the underground like Night of the Living Dead when I'm creeping without a sound. Set the fucking snap, they tell me I'm tightly wound. Therapist won't say I'm crazy, but I know she wrote it down. Every time I tell her shit, she just puts her head in her hands. Like how my drug budget is over 70 grand and how
Yo, bro, 70 grand is insane. Yo, Webby, 70 grand is insane, my guy. Over 70 grand?
Down. Every time I tell her shit, she just puts her head in her hands. Like how my drug budget is over 70 grand and how my way of meeting women is yelling, getting a fancy. Shady really should have written that letter to Stan, cause that
Hey, he was on some abduction type shit. Get in the van. Now every time you see a white van, you better look and make sure that ain't Webby driving.
And how my way of meeting women is yelling, getting a fancy. Shady really should have written that letter to Stan, cause that pregnant chick in the trunk lived and gave birth. But
yo, this part was crazy.
The kid up for adoption, I know what he was worth. So we grew up in Connecticut, nice, going to church and showered in love, needed for nothing but feeling cursed. There was trauma that he couldn't describe, he would observe. And as he got older, those demons were getting worse. By the time that he learned the truth, he ain't even cared that it hurt. And now he has returned and I'm taking over the earth.
This man said Shady should have wrote that letter to Stan, which in Stan, he actually did write the letter. He just didn't get it off in time. But he said Shady should have wrote the letter to Stan because the woman that Stan had tied up in the trunk actually survived when he went over the bridge and went into the water. She actually survived. She was pregnant. She had that baby. And then that baby went on because the mama couldn't take care of the baby. She gave it up for adoption. Maybe because she couldn't take care of it, but maybe also because she didn't want to, deal with the seed of this crazy motherfucker that just drove over the bridge. Whatever reason, she gave the kid up for adoption. He was raised by an adopted family, gave him everything he ever wanted. Life was good for him, but he always felt like he was missing something on the inside. And some of them screws was loose by genetics. And now all these years later, the baby done turned into a man and he done came back on a vengeance. He done came back with a vendetta that he didn't even know he had as a child. And come to find out, he's putting himself in the position of that kid and saying that he was Stan's son. So now you tie this into, I know that he's paying homage. I know he's paying homage, but if you're listening to this song, you know what I'm saying? You could think just by the way he just said that this is his way of saying, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, Em. I'm coming like I was Stan's son. You know what I'm saying? My mama gave me up for adoption and my daddy is dead because you ain't write that letter, so I blame you. I'm coming for you. This dude is beautifully maniacal with his words. He's beautifully maniacal. That's scary. That's scary when someone is oh, fuck it. I can't think of it right this second, but this man, let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and skip past what I was about to say because I couldn't think of the word and I ain't finna sit up here and just be going, let's go.
I'ma shoot my shot. You ain't stepping into the shoes I got. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push a hand up on the doomsday clock. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Was a conspiracy theorist way before the hype and the fervor. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised I'm not suicided or murdered. I wrote lyrics to this beat that were exposing Pizzagate, but couldn't find them. I guess Hillary's back to wiping the servers. Been a problem child, they always said I'm a little odd. Learned how to piss off people and made that shit a job. Pulling up with Andrew Tate to the women's march and bumping new Kanye shit at the synagogue. I'm shadow man, but I'm making some decent bread. But ain't making too many friends with the crazy shit that I said. Snatched the MAGA hat right off of Tom McDonald's head and sent him back up to Canada with a maple leaf instead. And that goes for Dax also, cause y'all so damn trash I can't hold back. And y'all know I keep my shit raw, so sorry, that's how it goes. What you gonna do about it? Nothing, I thought so. I'ma shoot my shot.
Yo. Hey, I said maniacal. That shit changed quick. The first two verses were entertaining and funny. And that last verse, he was like, but he did just say, I'm you know what I'm saying? The kid then came back with a vengeance, and that vengeance just came out like a motherfucker. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. I know I went back a little bit far, but I got to catch that back in because there was some bars in there that need some attention.
even care that it hurts. And now he has returned and I'm taking over the earth. I'ma shoot my shot. You ain't stepping into the shoes I got. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world up.
Scarface on the wall. I'm telling you, man, that shit that I see on the wall makes me respect him along with the cadence. I'm looking at the gear he's wearing. I'm looking like all that shit. It's the little stuff in the video that's making me say, yo, I got mad respect for you, bro.
Upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push your hand up on the.
This film has been modified from its original version and been formatted to fit your little details.
The doomsday clock. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world over. Was a conspiracy theorist way before the hype and the fervor. Yeah.
This man got on a crown with aluminum foil wrapped around it. Is that a Burger King hat that you done messed around and wrapped in aluminum foil? Conspiracy. Come on, man. That reminds me of that movie. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie Signs. Y'all ever seen the movie Signs? With Mel Gibson, and his brother was a conspiracy theorist. Well, and then he had a son. Well, his son really believed in that stuff. Anyway, I can't remember which one of them. Now my brain drew a blank. But one of them, I think it might have been the son. Used to put the aluminum foil hats on his head because he believed in aliens and he believed that there was stuff trying to get into his brain. So he would put the aluminum foil on his head to keep the aliens from reading his mind. that's what that remind me of. I get the conspiracy thing. I've heard that from more than just that. I'm just saying that just remind me of that movie Signs. If y'all ain't seen it, go see it. Believe it or not, that was actually a good movie. Even though I don't fuck with Mel like that.
I'm honestly surprised I'm not suicided or murdered. I wrote lyrics to this beat that were exposing Pizzagate but couldn't find him. I guess Hillary's back to wiping the servers.
Yo, that was clever as hell. First of all, let me go back to the line before that. He said, I'm surprised I'm not suicided. He didn't say suicidal. He said, I'm surprised I'm not suicided or murdered. You know what I'm saying? That's a bar right there when you think about it. Cause you know how, they say, a motherfucker like it, you might see it on the news as this man took his own life, but the truth is he didn't kill himself. He was made to look like he killed himself. He said, I'm surprised I'm not suicided or murdered. Those are both ways of him saying, I'm surprised they ain't killed me yet. That was bars. I'm sorry. But, man, he lost me. But then he went into the look, listen, that was dope as hell the way he did the Pizzagate. He did the Pizzagate thing, but the way he played that kind of off of a diner because of everybody saying the eating, pizza, the pepperoni, this, that, and other. But anyway, he went from the Pizzagate and then he said, looks like Hillary's back to wiping her servers because a server is someone that works in a restaurant. They serve, you know what I'm saying? So they might serve you pizza, but then he said wiping, like they wiping off the table. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing played into like a little restaurant sort of scheme, all while using, you know what I'm saying, the controversial, you know what I'm saying, take on what's going on in our system. Like, bro, that is dope. The creativity, man. I love this shit.
Problem child, they always said I'm a little odd. Learn how to piss off people and made that shit a job. Pulling up with Andrew Tate to the women's march and bumping new Kanye shit at the synagogue.
That is diabolical. Webby, you know better, man. That is diabolical. He up here talking about Andrew Tate at the women's march, bringing Kanye to the synagogue, the Jew. Come on, man. Come on. You know better than that. Oh, man. This ride gonna be so much fun. I love this shit.
Shadow man, but I'm making some decent bread, but I'm making too many friends with the crazy shit that I said.
That's facts. You're not gonna make a lot of friends, Webby. I said that when I reacted to the Raw Thought 7. I'm surprised that video's still up. Real talk. Hey, you're not finna make no friends, but it's sad that we live in a society where what y'all saying needs to be said. Some of the shit you would think common sense and anyway, let's go. Just it needs to be said. Friends or no friends.
Made that shit a job, pulling up with Andrew Tate to the women's marching, bumping new Kanye shit at the synagogue. I'm shadow man, but I'm making some decent bread, but ain't making too many friends with the crazy shit that I said. Snatched the MAGA hat right off of Tom McDonald's head and sent him back up to Canada with a maple leaf instead. And that goes.
Yo, I didn't know that. I didn't see. I'm learning, just like I didn't know that he had admiration for him. I didn't know that he was beefing with them. Nobody warned me. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of, you know what I'm saying, like real talk, as a reactor, as somebody that's a fan of music, I ain't really established no relationships or nothing with neither one of them cats. So, you know what I'm saying? But like, I kind of hate that for them because I don't really know what their beliefs are. Obviously, you know, by what he's saying right there, you know what I'm saying? The MAGA thing, but then the Dax thing, you know what I'm saying? I just did a reaction to the, God Help Me, or maybe I think that's the name of the song. I actually like that song. That song actually touched me, what he was saying in that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really too much got off into nothing else Daxton did. I ain't never really fucked with Dax like that. But I did do a reaction to that song, and that's the one time that I actually really fuck with my guy on that song. That song had purpose, but I don't really know what they dig into on the regular. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, you know what I'm saying, because of who Webby is, he ain't just talking about him because he's trying to hate on him. There's a reason he talking about him. That don't do nothing but make me want to dig it. I guess I'm going to learn as we go. Because now I want to see the reason other than what he just said about the MAGA hat.
For Dax also, because y'all so damn trash, I can't hold back. And y'all know I keep my shit raw, so sorry, that's how it goes.
Who is that? I don't recognize that face. Y'all get in the comments, let me know who that is. And that's, I think that's just a picture. I was going to say, is that a CD cover? But that's just a picture. I don't recognize that person. It says XAN. It's got a face with the eyes crossed out. I don't recognize that person. I know he just called Dax and Tom trash. But I don't recognize that person. Y'all get in my comments and let me know who that is in that picture. I know y'all know.
What you gonna do about it? Nothing, I thought so. I'ma shoot my...
Yeah, real talk. Like I said, I fuck with that song by Dax, the guy, Can You Help Me, whatever that is. And I've heard a couple of Tom McDonald songs too, but I gotta be real. I gotta keep it real. Don't neither one of them want nothing with Webby. Yeah. I said that a lot of times about like when people be trying to battle against Eminem. I say that a lot when I say like, there's certain people that, even like in real life, you go into the street and it's not that you're afraid of anybody. There's certain people that when you get into that dark alley, you know that I really don't want no beef with this person. And it's not because I think he's stronger than me or because, you know what I'm saying, he can rap better than me or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's because I know that that person is willing to go someplace that you're not willing to go. You know what I mean? There's like, there's a thing about if you getting into an altercation and you get into it and somebody's coming for you, when a person has nothing to lose or ain't afraid to lose anything, that's a person you don't want to get into it with. And I say that a lot just to say that same thing about Webby, and I said the same thing about him. The reason why you don't want to do battle with them is because they're going to go someplace that you're not going to be willing to go. They're going to take it to a level that you can't meet them at. You know, Webby's keeping it cute right now, being comical with it. But I know Webby, if he has to dig in, and because he's just unapologetic, Webby is going to go a place in that battle that y'all are not going to be willing to dive into. You can't win. You're not going to beat Webby. You just not. I don't care how lyrically skillful, talented you are with the pen, the content and the subject matter. You're not going to beat Webby. You just not. So stay away from that one. He said y'all ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's facts. The Game Boy is killing me though.
My shot, you ain't stepping into.
Hey, that's the Matrix too. Hey, he paid homage to everything early 2000s. Just like he said when he started the song.
The shoes I got, yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push a hand up on.
Hey, that room that he was in with the crown on, with the aluminum hat on, you know what I'm saying, and the jacket that he had on, I had a jacket just like that. That's how I'm telling you. I know this is early 2000s, like real talk. I had that jacket. They may not have been identical, but they was just alike.
You ain't stepping into the shoes I got. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn the world upside down. Let me boost my stock. Push a hand up on the doomsday clock. Yeah, that dude y'all not. Fuck shit up and turn.
The only thing that I missed so far, though, because I get like the theme of all the rest of the stuff in the video, even all the rooms that he's in, the way that they laid out, the way they designed the bedroom posters on the wall, the pool room, I'm getting all that. The only part that I haven't caught up to yet, and maybe y'all can get in the comments and tell me that too, the significance of that. Maybe I'll learn it as I'm doing more reacting to, because that's the same thing that I did when I saw the pig mask and Instigators. And then now I realize that that's a part of, you know, the persona. But I don't understand the desert. I don't understand the desert scene. Maybe y'all can help me understand where the desert, you know what I'm saying, fit into this. That's probably the only thing that I don't think I done figured out yet.
Turn the world upside down. Webby. Scott Storch. Let's go.
Forget about it, Frankie.
Forget about it, Frankie. Maybe the desert represented, you know, isolation. Maybe it represented, you know, being out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all help me with that. I don't get but yo, Scott Storch killed that shit. I love the way that they emulated that track, you know what I'm saying, that beat without duplicating the beat. It sounds like it gives you the same vibe. You know immediately when you hear it that was the inspiration for it, but they were able to tweak it enough to where it wasn't identical. That was dope. Same thing with Webby, his flow pattern and his cadence. There were certain lines in there where it duplicated M's cadence in that song, you know, Kill You. There were certain lines in there where every couple of lines he would do something in his cadence or in his delivery that sounded like the way M spit in that song. But he was able to create that and give you that energy and pay that homage without sounding like him. That was fire to me. And the first two verses had bars galore in it, but they was comical. They was the kind of shit that make you say, oh, damn, you crazy as hell. But that last verse, he was like, all right, like, listen, like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it messed up, y'all. Like, I know I'm joking right this now, but I will bite your ass. that last verse was like, all right, now play if you want to. You think this all sweet over here. I like that. I don't know if I'm going now, you know what I'm saying? This was the first one that popped up to me. I'm gonna do the same thing, I think, because now everybody's telling me about Ren and they telling me to go back into the archive, you know, to the beginning. So I'm thinking that even though I did this one, I think this might be the last time, even with Webby, that I just do what pops up to me. I think I might intentionally dig back in to the archive so that way I can follow up. I know one that I really want to dig into. I did Raw Thought 7. I did a reaction to Raw Thought 7. You can find that in this playlist. And I've listened to, a while back, I didn't catch 6. I listened to Raw Thoughts 5. But I didn't catch all the rest of the Raw Thoughts. So I think what I'm going to do is I really want to get into the Raw Thought series. I want to get into that so I can get caught up since I've already done 7. It only makes sense for me to get the series done. You know what I mean? But then I want to go back. And I want to dig into the beginning of Chris Webby. So I think I might do that with him first. I think I might go ahead and go back to the first Raw Thoughts, you know, bring that series up to date. And then I'll turn around and reverse course and go back to the beginning of his material. But I think that's what I'm going to do. No promises. Hey, I like that. That was Chris Webby. That was Perfect Storm. Y'all, thank y'all for going on the ride with me. I'm just getting started. Patience, y'all. Grace. I'm learning as I go. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, hit that like button on your way out the door. For those of y'all that have not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and get in the comments. But be nice. Be nice to me. All right, y'all. Love y'all. To the next one. Peace out.